Yeah, we're live.
We're live.
Sweet. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
Somebody make a comment. Let's see that we're making sure we're really live. Say hello out there.
Somebody say hello. Don't leave me hanging here.
I'll be right back.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Through. So we're just waiting, making sure that everything has gone through.
No technical difficulty. Somebody say hello. Send us a message.
I'm sending you a message of love. Yay, message of love.
You have to come in.
Down.
Oh.
Ooh,
We got a thumbs up. Okay, we got some activity.
We got somebody in here. Okay,
Right.
Cool. So
Frank got yelled at by Brian.
it might have been your woo.
It might have been me.
It was different. Let's face it. All right, so we are keeping on trucking. So we've already done all the body painting for Lady Death. So I did promise this a little bit earlier on, so I'm going to give you guys a little sneak peek of what you guys get to choose later on. But I'm going to let you guys pick which chest plate we're going to be going with, or bra. So we've got, our metal, heavy metal kind of one here. We've got a classic. So this is kind of my classic Lady Death look. Or her kind of new look as far as Coffin Comics goes. So complete with all the studs. So, like I said, as we get into it later, I'll let you guys pick which one of those I'll be wearing for the photo shoot later. And then I'm also going to let you guys pick cape. Do we want to go red and black, of course, on back? Or do we want to go blue? So, fun stuff you guys get to, ponder, think about. So once we get through all the makeup, then I will let you guys pick which one you want to do there. So I got to get rolling with makeup, though, because I got to do a full face of makeup. So let's see. I'm going to start. So Lady Death is kind of one of those fun characters where she has a lot of different looks and a lot of different styles, which I love because that means I can kind of pick and choose how I feel that day. So like today, I'm kind of feeling a little bit more purple. Some days I'll do blue. I've done red, which I really enjoy. Come on in and join us. But we've got all kinds of, fun colors that I can pick and choose from. Some days I've done like black, so a nice smoky eye. But today I'm feeling a little royal purple. So I start, she's got very defined features, so I like to make sure that I've got a really strong kind of brow bone. So that's usually my darkest color. Then I'm gonna do just a little bit lighter in here. How we going? So, nice and simple there. I don't know how well you guys can see the color.
Actually, can see it pretty good considering.
Can you? Okay. Good, because again, this is a fairly weird lighting in here, but that's okay. I'm usually pretty good at this point that I could do this while driving, which, I've never done that before, ever. Please, I put on eyelashes while driving. I don't recommend it. Looking for brushes. This is half the battle of getting ready for Lady Death, is finding the right brush that you want. Where is that brush? Oh, there it is. If you guys want to see, I have a nice little makeup case. It has kisses on it, so it's fun and pink, because I like pink. But I always have a nice little makeup case. I always travel, where's my little bag? I always have a little bag, something like this that comes with me to shows that usually I keep that palette that I showed you in the last video, in case I need to do any kind of touch-ups or anything like that. I bring my contacts along because some days, I always wear my contacts throughout the entire show day, but sometimes as soon as the show closes, I want those suckers out. So.
Comics More says I need that case.
I don't even remember where I got it. I think you might have found it at a Goodwill or something.
Yeah, we are super lucky in our Goodwill finds, honestly. And it's all stuff you can't find online for some reason.
Mm-hmm. I love me and my friends sometimes when there's half off Goodwill Saturdays. We go Goodwill hunting, and we'll go hit up several different Goodwills and, find cool stuff like that. Because yeah, a good makeup case, it goes a long way. I like need makeup cases. But like, you know, generally like I'll take just like this to a con with me. That way like, you know, I don't have so much to carry around. But, you know, I always keep the essentials in there. Like, you know, fake nails. Nail glue. I usually have eyelash glue. You know, here's my eyelash glue. Always important in my Lady Death makeup bag. My challenge coin. There it is. Yeah. Anybody else got theirs? I'm challenging you now.
Comic says Phil won't let me look at purses anymore.
You know what?
It's raining. Or maybe we got hail again, just like Fiend Fest.
That would be crazy. You know what? It seems like every time we do something here at headquarters that there's always some kind of storm going on. And I don't know what that says about headquarters. But maybe that makes it that much more awesome. Okay.
It's just rain this time.
Just rain?
Yeah, Fiend Fest, we got full hail. Weather anomalies followed Coffin events.
Was it Mesa Amphitheater? Or Mesa?
Yeah, Mesa Convention Center.
Yeah.
Literally, like, it was in what, February?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so February last year, and it literally just, like, actual hail, like pea-sized hail coming down in Mesa, Arizona.
Eyeliner.
Mesa gets crazy ass weather.
I have like a little table right here, so I have to like maneuver around it because I need to see this up close.
Those
That
microbursts.
sexy wind.
Microbursts. So.
Microbursts are terrifying.
God.
I watched one shred at like a trailer once.
Oh, I don't doubt it. They're vicious.
Invisible tornadoes are like the most terrifying thing on the planet.
There we go. And then, because again, she's usually pretty dark. I'm going to do some under. A lot of costumes and stuff I won't do under eyeliner just because it's, oh, now that I'm up closer, oh, hold on. I'm like, oh, gee, I missed some spots. We're going to go back for the paint. Huh.
Let's see. I think that helps a little.
Yeah. You guys see a little better?
Can see a little better, I think.
Huh. Oh, yeah. How about that? Might miss my nose. That's why you always go back and check. I have to, like, get kind of up my nose. It's fun.
Gotta have white everywhere, folks.
I know. There's all those places that, like, you know, I have to kind of, like, move my nose. Like, things you don't think about. Like, oh, yeah, there's a crease there. It'd be kind of weird for it to not be there. There we go. That's better. Okay, back to the eyeliner. Sorry, this is, like, close and personal stuff here. But again, she's got these very just defined features. So I like to make sure that I really, oh, thanks, that actually helps me too. That I really get in there. And then I love Lady Death because even though she is badass and cool, she is still very feminine. So I get to do fun things like I do little wings. Like I think it just makes my eyes look more defined. This is like the intense concentration. Thank you. I was like, oh no, now I'm putting a shadow in front of my face. Ooh, I really like how this eye came
iPhone 11s
out.
are really heavy.
I've been holding this for 2 days lately.
I feel you.
I can see her eyes really well in the camera though, like.
Yeah, see, Nan, look how pretty that's coming out.
Welcome back, Ghost Rider.
Alrighty. Sorry guys, I know, making my camera guys work for it today.
This is definitely behind the scenes for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this is truly like, this is all the kind of stuff that like I go through every day, whether I'm getting ready for a show or a shoot. So now the kind of fun thing is with contouring and stuff, you know, I can't use generic like contour palettes because, you know, if I use like a brown or a beige or any of those kind of ones, it's very odd against the white. Like it's not how her contour would be. So I actually have like a little eyeshadow palette. And this is how I do my contouring, is I use gray eyeshadow because she's got very defined cheekbones.
Wow, it's amazing how fast that worked.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So, you know, just from here. And what it does is it makes it look, it gives that appearance of having these very chiseled features, which I have a very, very round face. But I'll do that. Sometimes I'll even do a little bit on the chin line. Take away just a little on the back
Let's
here.
see. Heather's asking, do you need to use waterproof makeup?
I don't. No, I don't.
She became British suddenly, folks.
I don't even know what that was. No, I don't. Honestly, most of my stuff, as far as makeup goes, I'm cheap. I like to buy, just generic stuff that you'll find at any like CVS or Walgreens or any of that. Like I think this one's like Wet n Wild, especially because I go through so many different colors and shades and stuff like that. I don't want to invest in expensive makeup for every different, skin tone or shade or any of that I need. So
Because I want to say probably at this point you have about 12 different like almost full body paint costumes. And so that'd be 12 full palettes of colors, 12 full designs.
Yeah, because
with very minimal
everybody
crossover.
because I'll even use it sometimes, like, for instance, I don't know how well you can see. Again, I've got like a little bit of like some discolorations like right around my eyes, where like, like right there. I didn't quite get in far enough with the makeup. Right there I didn't, because I don't want to get too close with the body paint. So like, a lot of times I'll find, just, let me see it. Again, the search for a brush.
Ghost Runner says, I did not think it was possible for me to respect cosplayers more, but then I see this level of dedication.
This is all the time, peeps.
Let's see. Phil says, is this the most complex cosplay you own?
No. No, honestly, like, this is pretty on par with what I do for, like, Starfire, for Gamora. I'd say Gamora and Lady Death are pretty equivalent as far as, like, amount that I need painting, the, like, level of, like, makeup needed and that kind of stuff. Gamora also has, like, these gold circles around her eyes that, like, I have to completely fill in. So, I mean, this is, like, pretty normal, to be honest. I have some, like I do Mystique from First Class. So although mostly she's covered, she gets, a little bit of blue through here, and then all of the design on her face that I have to first go through, do a liquid latex, so you get kind of that 3D effect, and then go back over it with the paint.
When you say First Class, you mean with like the X-Men outfit on, right?
Yeah, the yellow bodysuit.
Yeah, that looks really hard, right?
Yeah, which I actually really want to do for a photo shoot one of these days.
What would you think the most complicated one we've got is then?
I mean, Mystique's probably the most complicated makeup. I also do like a Lizard Gwen. So I did like a crossover, like what if Gwen Stacy was the lizard in like the Spider-Man universe. And so like she's got like scales on her face and like scales up her arm. I've got like a lizard claw. And so that's also pretty complicated makeup-wise, but the costume itself is pretty simple. Lady Death was probably one of the most, especially like this breastplate, like some of her like leg armor, like again, her shoulder pauldrons, I've got like, gauntlets and stuff. Like some of those pieces are some of the more complicated pieces I've made. But yeah, I mean, and any girl will tell you a lot of this stuff that I'm doing now is kind of what we do on a daily basis. So guys, have appreciation for what your girl does to look good.
Let's see. Synthetic Human P35 says, how long does it usually take you to get ready in full costume?
Usually somewhere between like 2 to 2.5 hours for Lady Death. Because after I get done with all of this, then there's still actually like the getting into costume process.
So you want to say hi to everybody on our Instagram?
Hi! For those of you just turning in on Superheroes Unlimited Instagram here, I am becoming Lady Death. So we've already made it through all of the face painting part, and now we are getting into the make part. So I am, working on my nose right now.
Yeah, and if anybody's got any questions on any of the feeds, feel free to ask them. That's what we're here for today.
Sure.
Let's see. So, that makes sense. It's incredible watching you get ready. We have only done a bit of makeup when I made Phil into a demon for Halloween Fest.
Oh, that's cool.
Phil, what is the one character you have not done that you aspire to do?
Ooh, good question. Well, like I said, there's a couple that like I am in the process on. Like I am making Hell Witch now, which is one that I've been really wanting to do for a while. One that once the wings are built for Hell Witch, I really want to do a Demona from Gargoyles. I'm trying to think. There's so many. My list is so long. Like it feels like every time I like knock a new costume out, like 5 more pop up because there's so many good costumes out there.
CK Piercy asked, what do you use for the body paint?
So I showed this in the first video, but for those just tuning in, it's Paradise by Mayron. So it's a little palette. It comes like this. You can see kind of the back there. There's my little plug for Paradise. Sponsor me, Paradise. No, I'm just kidding.
Right?
No, I am not sponsored by Mayron. So this is all out of the goodness of my heart that I love them. No, but it's a water-based paint. I just use a little brush like this, and then a makeup wedge sponge, something like this, to brush it all on. And I did all that in our first video, so you can always go back to the Coffin Comics Lady Death feed and find that first video. So you can see all of that process there. I did that all live for the camera. So it's always like going back and checking. I'm like, okay, I need some eyebrows. Because right now it doesn't look like I have any. So here's the other thing, that same little that eyeshadow palette that I used before. I'll use that same black for my eyebrows now. Man down, man down.
Nap time.
I don't blame. So just to give you guys,
No.
a little more appreciation, generally I do this before a show, which means if the show starts at 10 o'clock for everyone else to come, that means I need to be there by about 9 o'clock, which means I usually start this around 6:30. So I am usually doing this which, by the way, 6:30 for me is way early. I do not like getting out of bed early, but I do it for all of you because I love you.
That's when I go to bed.
I know, right?
Pretty much.
Especially like at a con day, like it's a long day. I'm usually in like a hotel bathroom somewhere, trying not to wake up everybody else in the room.
Yeah, everybody always forgets, like, since we're guests at a show, like,
Sneak in.
we go out afterwards with, like, the celebrity guests and things like that. So it's the after parties where we gotta mingle, and so we don't really get to bed until, like, 2, 3 a.m. The
Do you
girls...
after parties still in cosplay?
Sometimes.
Depends
on
where
the
we're
show.
going, who we're hanging out with. Because what, like, you know, since I'm generally doing like consulting with the shows and stuff like that, I'm helping run everything.
My face when
Yeah.
So like the girls generally dip out around like midnight, 1 a.m. and then I'm stuck up until like 4 a.m. and they get up at 6 a.m. and then I get up at like 8:45 to run out the door. Like, so con weekends are rough. Like, it's work.
We're gonna keep sneaking
It's
in.
one of the things we tell a lot of like people who are like, I want to be a pro cosplayer. And I'm like, okay, great. It's a job. This isn't a hobby. Like, you can have fun and you can love it. And we do. But just like any real business, it is a real business. It's not, I'm feeling a little tired today. I'm not going to, go frisbee golfing today. It's not that casual level anymore. It's, well, I'm here to do work. I need to go do work,
Okay, so we're trucking right along with the makeup.
Okay, Phil says, nice, definite dedication and lots of coffee.
Yeah, right?
Lots of Red Bulls.
Yeah, well, see, I don't drink coffee because I don't like the taste of it because I'm picky. But yes, Red Bulls, I love Red Bulls. I try not to drink them on a normal basis. And talking while trying to do lipstick is very unusual. So again, the fun thing with makeup is you can change so much of your facial features. If you notice, I did the chiseled cheekbones. I toned down my nose a little bit more. And with lips, I always, this is probably where my usual, like my normal lips are. So something about like that, which not bad. However, again, Lady Death.
Zoomage, Joel, zoom.
Amazing.
You can really get a good zoom.
I'm gonna take these guys up.
I gotta say, when we saw you at the Kickstarter, you know, and I got some pictures,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, now that I know kind of who you are a little bit, you were scary. I mean, I know I'm an adult, but
Sweet.
like there was a little bit of scary spookiness to you, so you got into character really good.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. Mike says I don't like the taste of coffee either. Plaid Hippo joined. Eddie just joined. Eddie said another side of Sapphire revealed.
I know, right?
Banana Cake's in here. Playful Gorilla. Wesley. Red Bullet Cosplay. Scuba Steve. Dusky Draws. It's Jack in the Box. Corellia War Machine. CMB. Billion letter numbers. Sorry if I butcher names. I do it habitually.
Well,
Okay.
hello, everybody.
Let's see. Comics more. Networking after hours and so important at any convention or event. Phil says, speaking of networking, will you all be at Swarmfest? Highly, highly likely.
Yes.
Let's see. Banana Cake Cosplay says, what's lipstick you use?
Oh, that's a great question. It is this lovely, it's called Superstay. It's by Maybelline.
Maybe it's
like,
her, maybe it's Maybelline.
Yeah, I'm just like doing commercials all day here.
You are.
Gosh, I should get paid for this. No, it's a 24-hour lip stain. I actually really, really like these. Mine is really run down, which is why I have to use this. Usually it should just go on like a lipstick.
CK wants to know, how do you keep the lipstick from feathering?
So this stuff actually, because it is a stain, it stays on all day. So I don't have to worry about it feathering or doing any of that kind of stuff. I really like it because it doesn't shift. It doesn't do any of this like weird stuff.
Let's see. Scuba Steve is asking, are you guys getting ready for a con?
Not today. Well, I mean, kind of. We're at a con. This is Coffin Comics Con online. So,
Economicon.
so it's we're doing something different because of all the concerns lately, and with ECCC, how many C's are in there?
3.
I mean, more importantly, how many did I say? Getting canceled. This was kind of a fun way to bring it all together. So
Were you gonna go there?
we were not.
We were not. We were.
Okay.
No, we weren't going anywhere else. We were doing a shoot or something that weekend. I don't remember. It was more than yesterday.
Yeah, right. I don't remember anymore.
It's been a rough week.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking pretty good as far as makeup goes. Last detail.
Eddie, how long to get ready? About an hour, 2 hours. Superman, what are you dressing like?
Lady Death. Although you guys are gonna get the chance here to vote pretty soon on which version you want me to wear. So actually,
Get ready for those thumbs up and comments, folks.
I know. So after I put on these lashes, maybe we'll do that while I can still see, because next are coming the contacts.
Oh yeah, I have to put in her contacts.
He does. Well, so I'm getting better about putting in contacts, but I don't wear contacts normally. So I only wear specialty contacts for costumes. So you guys are going to get to see a fun sight, because I, am very good at putting in contacts. Ha 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 ha. Note sarcasm.
I've always been freaked out about putting contacts. I've never done it before.
I just so especially with this is I have to put everything on first, because the contacts, they obscure my vision.
They're so freaky.
And so
They are.
once those are in, I can't see subtle details. So like things like, is my paint even? Is my, my eyeshadow blended? Like all of those things I can't tell well enough once they're in. So I have to do all my makeup first and then pray that I don't cry. Because if I cry, it's a water-based paint, so I'll have streaks. So not fun.
That'd be
but
kind of cool, actually. Something about streaky.
Let's see
Right,
here. Unicorn Princess joined.
Hi.
Mindman Riviera. Let's see.
Banana Cake, she says she struggles with contacts a lot too. Superman says awesome. Phil says we need to get y'all up here in Jersey when all the smoke clears. Totally. We haven't been back to Jersey in a while and would love to go.
I
Chris
miss all that
Vaughn
Jersey peeps.
said, did so great at Fiend Fest. Hated not getting your cosplay cover. Who do you think does a good Lady Death? Obviously, Sapphire. She's the official. And hey, Derek, you do a great job too. I do. Thank you. That means a lot.
Derek doesn't get enough recognition.
I don't get enough.
You know what? I will say a lot to him, whereas, I'm doing all this stuff, in the spotlight, in the limelight here. He's doing all the background stuff. Like, he's the one that makes all this happen, because if he wasn't running all this stuff, I would be clueless.
Social media is extremely time stinking.
Oh
my
That's
gosh.
all I do.
People don't realize how much I have to do in the background to make all this happen. Because they're like, "Oh, Saf's amazing," and she is, and I love her, and that's why I married her. But people often forget all the just all the contacts, all the phone calls, all the emails. Just like CK Piercy here. Any plans on coming to Orlando? Yes, we would love to go. I've reached out to several cons out there. It's just waiting for cons to hear back. Honestly, the biggest thing I tell everybody all the time, if you want to see us somewhere, message a place there to message me. I always answer my emails immediately.
Do you want to do a little, competition right now?
Yeah, okay, let's see. Let's pull up one thing. Yeah.
So you guys have 3 choices of tops that I get to wear today. So we have Metal Edition. Okay, that's my armored top. So we've got metal, we've got Classic Chaos here, or we've got now Classic Coffin. So what do we think, guys? Which one do you think I should wear today? So while we give you guys a chance to do that, do you want to put in my contacts?
Sure. Could I get you to...
Here, you do that, I'll do this.
So this is one of my other, most commonly asked questions here.
How does she get the contacts in? And the answer is she doesn't.
I don't know. But, I get the question a lot of, how well can I see in them? I can see okay, but it's basically like a, thick fog has rolled in through the room. Yeah, you can show them. Actually, they're kind of cool. They have these little grids on them. So basically what happens is I can see through the grids, but your mind kind of fills in the...
It's like a pool filter.
Yeah, kind of. Your mind fills it in, so it's just basically white. I'm not seeing the green pattern. You guys feel okay?
I don't think I can get the resolution on this camera, guys. I'm sorry, but...
What? Here,
I'm going to freak out. I'm going to freak out. Economics and Comics YouTube, if you really want to see up close.
How crazy they look.
Oh, wait. It's going in and out of focus. Oh, there you go. Boom.
So these are...
Oh, that's so freaky. I'm going to freak out.
So this is what's going in, guys.
Oh, no.
And it's a whole operation.
Oh, God.
I know.
Oh, that was good, though.
Well, that one didn't go
did it go? Oh.
No. This is the other part that people don't see I have to do. I literally have to just rip her eye open and just kind of stab it down in there.
Oh my God.
And then I try not to freak out too.
And then I get some makeup on my hands every time, and
that's another reason why.
No, your makeup looks good.
It's another reason why he should probably
see, and like I said, pray not to cry. Because it makes my eyes water.
Okay. Here, can we see it with one and one? Oh God, that's so crazy.
Okay, and then do it in.
I'll come here
nice
and close.
Have to go around.
So there you can
there's
see.
There's her eyes.
So one eye in. But as you get close, you can see still the little grids. But the further away you get, the less you see that.
Okay. Now for the second one.
And you guys better be voting on which.
Yeah, make comments, guys. Drop comments, and then we'll see what we're going with in the end here. Yay! Today was a good day. Sometimes it takes us 20 minutes.
I know. Sometimes it is, but I'm gonna start crying here.
Lift your head back. There you go.
I know, but then I'm looking at the light, which makes me want to cry more. So.
Do you need a picture towel?
So
I think I'm okay. But ta-da! Now I've got eyes. So, or lack thereof.
Okay, let's see. So we got.
Yeah, that's part of the getting ready process. So we're getting pretty close to Lady Death time here. Are we starting to
Okay, so we've had 1 vote chaos, 1 vote metal. What do we got on the SHU page?
I like the second one, whichever that was.
Metal. Everybody's voting metal on the SHU one.
Okay.
The first one?
That was the first one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm digging it. Cool. Then,
There's a couple 3, but metal wins.
Okay. I'm down for metal. We can add some of our fun, like, little shoulder pads.
CK Piercy goes, don't look at the light, Carol Ann.
Or actually, you know what? I might go with these guys. These are some of my faves.
The wrist gauntlets.
Yeah, Again, all made out of warbler.
Are you still doing your more armor?
I am not, because
Gloves? Oh, okay.
I have gloves.
Oh, yeah.
So, there's always fun. I have different forms of gloves, too, which is also kind of cool. Because, I've got some classic, opera kind of gloves. But, something like this. These are some of my favorites, like these ones. I love these ones because this one I would have to do my hands, but not the rest of my arm.
Those are ninja gloves.
But they are perfect for throwing up the horns.
Oh, yeah.
And usually on things like this, I actually have red press-on nails that I'll do. So I've got these nice kind of fang-looking, nice claws. But I love those ones.
So we're not actually putting on the full costume right now, right? We're just letting because let everybody know what's the next part.
Yeah. So how are we doing on time?
3:31.
13 minutes.
We still have some time. Awesome. But yeah, so that's why I'm letting you guys vote on this now. What's going to happen is once we wrap up here at 3:45, I'm going to go put on everything, finish all the final little details, and then we're going to do a grand unveiling. So it should be a good time, and then you guys will actually get to see, all of this hard work, what really that amounted to. And then we're going to do a little mini photo shoot here in Coffin Comics headquarters. So you'll get to see also kind of my mindset, how do I go into a photo shoot? So, a whole different side of things. So it's really going to be pretty awesome. I do want to show you guys also, now that we've kind of, looks like we're heading towards the metal version, which is pretty cool. I also want to show you guys some things you don't think about. Wigs. So I have 3 different Lady Death wigs. I think I will probably go with my fave now. Yeah, big hair, you can't go wrong, right? Isn't she beautiful? I just styled her. I love it so much. But I do have a couple others. I have one that kind of demonstrates her nice center part, but doesn't have quite the height or the volume to it. But I'm going to show you guys how cool it is to put on wigs.
I want to see that one because I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, so this one's a really cool one. Most wigs have these lovely little clips inside. I have a small head, so I'm going to clip this pretty tight. This is kind of weird doing this backwards.
You can do it frontwards.
Yeah. Well, then you guys can't see, so sorry. This one, come on, go through. But it just helps size it for your head so it stays on.
Seems everyone wants the wig with the height, the new one you just
Cool.
styled.
That's the one I'm going with too. But these ones are really quite simple. You just set it on front and pull it down the back.
And she's a whole different
Ta-da! Look
person.
at that. Now I've got hair on. But like I said, this isn't the one I'm going to wear. I'm going to wait to show you that guy till we're all done. But, wigs are fun because you can kind of style with them, play with them, see what they're feeling like today. This one kind of likes to go back more, but...
So, again, everyone, we're here for the Coffin Comics Online Con, due to all the issues going on, and we are having a fantastic time. We are currently in HQ itself, the home of Coffin Comics, as notated by all of the Coffin Comic shops, the stalls.
In case you didn't get
it. In case it wasn't beat into you hard enough.
That's what she said.
Right?
Yeah,
But
what else I wanted to tell you?
Someone said watching gets their head itchy.
No, you know what? It's really not that bad. As you get used to it more and more,
Well, you have the net on, that helps, because I've done it before. I was the Pai Mei from Kill Bill. And I Halloween, I fully went character. But I had the wig like that, and it was itchy.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything underneath.
Yeah,
High run power, high DC
it does.
pop.
Like, it just helps keep everything contained, and then it does give you like something. Like, I don't typically put pins, like hairpins or bobby pins or any of that into my wigs, but on my head it just kind of stays. So that's nice.
Well, unless like you're Space Yoko, you gotta do the pin curls and everything.
Yeah.
And
Well,
boo.
Like if they have like a back weight, I will actually have to do pin curls so that it has something to like grab onto, so that the back weight of the wig doesn't pull it off. But luckily for Lady Death, they're all pretty, standard. So the height and all the volume is here, not back here.
Okay, so let's continue with the Build a Lady Death.
Let's build a Lady Death.
It's like Build a Bear, but with Lady Death, folks.
Okay. So we have cape choices. So I have a beautiful blue. I do have to say I love the satin on this one.
Yeah.
Here, it's got some beautiful colors.
Give it a sec, because every time you bring out that big swath of color, the camera has to try to refocus on you.
This is just me playing. Okay. Or,
It just fades out, and then it's like, oh, focus.
or as a lot of times they do, you got a nice red. I do like the contrast of the red.
Lipstick, yeah.
But, so that's the fun thing about Lady Death, is she's so diverse, especially in her costumes, that there's so many fun, different, pieces that all say Lady Death.
Okay, so hold on. So,
What are you
folks.
thinking, blue or red?
Yeah, vote.
I picked
We need
blue.
Okay. What one do you? Well, don't tell us what you want.
I won't say.
Okay.
What do you want,
Because-
Joel, blue or red?
There is one that,
What did you do for the last one?
She was red.
Well, I wore red to the
Oh,
Kickstarter
Maybe
last time.
then do blue this time.
They're saying blue in mine, just if
I'm getting one blue, Geeky Chief. Yes, I'm good. We might see you at PFF. Yeah, DCG. I'll be there. Black and blue is beautiful. Let's see. All about the. Phil says red, blue seems to be the winner though, folks. Sorry.
Yay!
Blue, blue, blue.
So continuing on our
Okay.
build a Lady Death adventure.
Well, you know what? The cool thing with metal version here is I can play with a couple different options. So, do we want to do some beautiful, my bracers here? So, some tough stuff here. I'll even give you a little demonstration. So, you
That's
got
cool.
something like this.
That's cool.
There.
With your black gloves, right?
Yeah, of course, I'm going to have gloves on underneath this. But again, you don't get to see it all until the reveal. Or I could do something a little more,
Well, I like the first
sexy and delicate, or hard.
Okay, so this is that's number one option.
Number one.
Okay.
Number one option. Number two option.
Okay.
one.
So let's see what you guys pick. Option 1 or 2.
I want you to
Type
know
it in,
that
folks.
this is the kind of stuff that I have to go through, planning each con or each event. Which do I want to wear?
We got
Do
2
I
and
want
1 so far.
Am I gonna go full metal? Am I gonna go classic? Am I gonna go? So, it's fun. I actually designed a lot of my Lady Death with this exact process in mind, where a lot of my pieces are interchangeable. So it's really fun that way, because I can, create so many different looks with the same pieces, whether or not today, am I gonna wear leg armor? Am I gonna wear, a bracer? Which gloves am I gonna wear? All those kind of fun things. So it really is cool to be able to, build a Lady Death, so to speak.
Okay, so option
How
1 seems to be the answer here.
We're a tie over here at 2. Like 2 and 1 for us.
I've got like 5 for Bracer 1
So for
and 1 for Bracer 2. Yep,
Okay.
we're going with those ones.
So we've got these guys so far. We've got my metal. I'm gonna set these kind of aside.
I know you can't see them on the live stream, but yeah, that's what we're doing.
Okay. We got
Okay.
blue and black cape for sure.
Yeah.
Blue and black cape.
Modular Lady Death, exactly, CK.
I know. I would throw these ones on. Unfortunately, they only go with the red cape, because there's a little Velcro on them.
Mhm.
That's how they attach to the red cape. So the blue cape doesn't have them. So sorry, we're gonna have to put these ones aside for today. Let's see. Do we want to go garter belt?
Oh God, I don't even care what the next option is.
We have metal belt.
Okay, so garter or metal belt, folks.
You know what I garter all the way for me.
Already tapping out, you're just like garter,
She
done.
didn't have to go any further. Let's
Okay,
see what
folks.
I say here too.
Okay, so we got 1 vote Garter. What about you, Instagram? Where are we going? Garter or metal belt?
Got another garter.
Garter, 2 garters, 3 garters.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think garter is what we're going with.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Then that actually
1 metal.
answers the
Garter belt. Yep, garter belt wins.
cool. So you guys
There's
actually
a growing pile.
already, I know, right?
5 minutes.
Cool. So that kind of already answered the next question because I do have 2 different pairs of Lady Death shoes. However, one of them goes with the garter belt, which are these guys.
That's sick.
So we're gonna go with those guys, but I do actually have a full pair of high boots as well. You can tell they have been worn with Lady Death many times because I don't know how well you can see it at home, but there's lovely little like white streaks on it. They've
All
gotten
the creases,
slightly,
it's full of white.
yeah, they've gotten slightly tinged white over the years. Okay, but that, okay, next question. This is just a yes or no question. Do we want to wear the leg armor? I can put those right over the other boots. They wrap around quite nicely. So what do we think? Leg armor, yay or nay?
I say nay.
Okay, so we got 1 nay. So
They're
yes
built, though.
or no? Okay, we got a yes. 1
We have
yes,
to
1
go.
no.
We have to go. We'll see you
Okay.
guys.
Okay, see you.
Full reveal in a little
Yep,
bit.
yep.
Reveal at 4 o'clock.
4 p.m. Okay.
So in just
So we got yay,
15 minutes.
yay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so we got 2 yays, 1 nay. Yay, yay. Okay, so it's all yays, it looks
Cool.
like.
Okay, they're in.
3 minutes.
Okay, let's do one last build a Lady Death. Okay, I have 3 choices for props. I've got a sword. I've got, I can't pull it out right now. I don't know if you can see it back behind me here. I've got my big scythe, or I've got flames. So what should we do? Sword, scythe, or flames?
Yep, those are the options. Sword, scythe, or flames. Okay, we've got 1 sword.
Playing around with my sword.
Jim
You
Calabrese.
can tell that I am very skilled with a sword.
Okay, so we got 1 sword, 1 scythe, 2 scythes, 1 sword, 3 scythes. We're doing build a Lady Death.
Okay. One side.
We got 1 flame, so scythe seems to be winning so far, folks. We got 4 scythes. Flames, I'm a pyromaniac at heart. I feel that. Okay,
I
1
love
more
it.
sword.
Cool.
Hey, Novacore. Okay, scythe. Scythe seems to be the winners, folks. Okay,
Cool.
so,
Okay, so
the
that's
final, show them off. Yeah,
our
show off
Build a
the
Lady
final
So-
build a Lady Death.
So we're gonna go with the metal chest plate. We're gonna go with the garter belt here. We're gonna go with some fabulous boots. We're gonna go with my lovely little beautiful gauntlets. And we decided on the blue cape. So that's all going to be put together, and then you'll get to see, the couple other pieces that go into it. But when we come back here in just a few minutes, we're going to go, do a little photo shoot right here in Coffin headquarters, and you'll get to see kind of my process on how do I get into character, how do I, get myself into that moment, and how do I make those great pictures happen. So it'll be a really fun time to get to show you a little bit on the mental process that goes into cosplaying, because now you guys have seen what it takes to, become Lady Death. It is a process, it is involved, it does take time. I put a lot of hard work into this, so I appreciate you guys, sticking with me through all of this. I know it's been a long process, but, this is what I do every morning getting ready for a con. So, yeah, I really do appreciate it. So, if you guys, so if you guys, make sure to tune in, 4 o'clock, we're going to do the big reveal right at 4 o'clock, so make sure you are there. So just so you guys remember, I'm Sapphire Nova Cosplay with Superheroes Unlimited here at Coffin Comics Con online. So.
Laters.